Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our Love Connection series with Love Our Youth. We are so happy to bring this to you. This is made possible because of the Central Florida Foundation, who invested in this dream and vision that we've had to be able to get the word out about other organizations in our community so that you all can connect with them, whether it's in a capacity of a volunteer or just sending any referrals or whichever over to the organization. So today, for our very first series, we have Miss Abigail Illis with Steps Foundation, Inc. And I'm so happy to have Abigail here. Thank you for coming today, Abigail.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about the awesome stuff you have going on with Steps Foundation.
What don't we have going on? So our programs pretty much are based in the Central Florida area where we are helping students with life skills. So we're looking at everything from career development to financial literacy to health and wellness, helping them to prepare themselves for what life will look like once they graduate from high school. So we figured that to be important because we look at a lot of times when we're sitting down and we're thinking about where we are in our life right now and how many things we learned later in life that we wish we had known younger, just so that we could be a little bit more successful or a little bit more ahead of the game. And while we sit and we have sometimes that little pity party where we're like, God, if I knew then what I know now, I could have saved myself from so many other mistakes. And we're like, well, why can't we pour this back into those kids that are getting ready to graduate and live it? And so we developed our life skills program for that reason, to be able to provide students and families with resources that connect them to either other organizations or small businesses in the area that may basically teach some of those skills or helps them with those skills. So we have workshops on Saturdays right now where we come in and we talk to them about specific subjects. So our last week's subject was on budgeting. So the students actually got to come in and talk about what would a budget look like for them. They're high schoolers. So of course they don't have jobs, but a lot of them get allowances and some of them do have jobs. So what is it that you want to, set for a goal for yourself in order to save? What does saving mean? We look back at ourselves. Sometimes when we grew up, we was always taught, you save for a rainy day, but what is that rainy day? What does a rainy day mean? Now let's talk to them about what these things mean and why they should be saving for them, and how do you go about saving money? What is it that your end goal typically is when you are trying to save? So, we sat with them and, we gave them workbooks, and, our speaker actually is compiling a list of good savings accounts for students to get involved in, savings accounts that gives them a little bit more. So, there are some banks that gives incentives for students having savings accounts with them. So we want them to get that little bit of extra money, and that helps boost their confidence in spending and saving as well. So, we look at doing things like that and helping the kids get more in tune with things that's going to help them to survive once they graduate from high school, because we know not every student is able to reach back to a parent for support and help when they graduate and go off to college.
Awesome. Okay. So how does a student get involved with your program?
So the good thing is, because of COVID, we're all Zoom right now.
Okay,
So
got it.
students are able to literally just go on our website, www.stepsfoundation.org/events. Every event that we have coming up for students is always listed there, and they're just able to go in and just register. And then as soon as they register, they get a Zoom link, and then the Zoom link happens on the day of. So they'll get a constant reminder that tells them, hey, your workshop is coming up. So they're ready to go with it.
Okay, got it. And so your main focus are high school students, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then what areas should these students come from?
So considering that we are via Zoom, they can be anywhere right now. So we pretty much opened up the doors for any students to be able to get involved. We also offer scholarships. So students who are involved in our life skills program, as long as they've attended 5 life skills workshops, they're able to apply for scholarships. And so We have 4 scholarships that are posted right now on our website.
Okay.
One that's for humanitarian efforts, one for nursing students, one for students who plan to get involved in social services, whether it's mental health or social work.
Uh-huh.
Then we have one that's geared towards students who are uh, immigrants. So
Uh-huh.
whether their parents are immigrants or they are immigrants themselves, we have scholarships for them too. So we have 4 main scholarships that students are able to apply to so long as they've been involved in the life skills program. And even if they're hearing about it now, there's still opportunities for them to get involved. So we have community partners as well that we're a part of some of their workshops too. So they're able to join Expect Respect, which teaches students about healthy relationships,
Mhm.
and teaching them what does domestic violence look like and how can they keep themselves from falling victim to becoming a domestic violence victim. So we help with that series and we teach that as well. There's a youth community action team that we're a part of. So
Mhm.
we help students to come in and they talk about causes that are important to them.
Mhm.
And we help them tie some of those things back into, okay, do you understand how these sometimes affect domestic violence victims also?
Mhm.
So, we have them where they come in and they're basically creating what that program will look like. Meanwhile, we're still educating them on domestic violence. We also have a student self care series that's happening right now. We wrap up next week, but hey, it's one of the classes that you can come into and join, and it counts, right? So
Mhm.
we tapped into mental health over the last month, talking to students about how to be able to create self care routines
Uh-huh.
and build a toolkit so that they're better able to handle stress and anxiety, and especially during this time of COVID, where a lot of things are not the way that they used to be, and students are still trying to pivot and learn, and so are parents. So we kind of open the doors for that too. So, I mean, we give ample opportunities for students to be able to meet the requirements so that they're able to apply for scholarships. So it really is, it's open for them. And every time we post something, like anything that you see posted by us, it counts for you.
Got it. Got it. Okay, awesome. So, you talked about posting. So tell us where, for those that's listening or watching, how can they connect with you all?
So we are listed on Facebook and Instagram, and you
Okay.
can find us at Steps Foundation Inc. On both platforms.
Okay.
We also do have a LinkedIn page, and I believe that too as well. It's Steps Foundation Inc. Trying to keep everything the same.
Uh-huh.
To make us, make it where we're easily found. And then outside of that, we do have our direct web page, which is www.stepsfoundation.org. And then if anybody's looking to just send an email, whether they're looking to, have questions that they want answered, you can reach us at info@stepsfoundation.org.
Got it. Okay. And from this call, what is one thing that you'll like those listening to know?
I use our motto a lot. Our motto is I pledge to make a difference.
Uh-huh.
And when I talk to people about what that pledge means to them, I don't want them to think of that as just a monetary pledge.
Mhm.
It's not always monetary. Pledging to make a difference is something as simple as smiling at the person that's sitting next to you because they may have had a bad day.
Mhm.
I pledge to make a difference is exactly that. How do you, when you get up in the morning, what is one thing that you can do to make a difference in the life of somebody else? So I challenge everybody as a takeaway to look at how you can pledge to make a difference from day to day and assert that, use that in your daily life.
Love it. Love it. You heard that, you guys. Let's pledge to make a difference, no matter what that difference is. I love it. Thank you so much, Abigail, for joining me today on our first Love Connection. So excited. So for those of you that tuned in, look out for more of these coming your way. Please make sure that you follow Love Our Youth, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube. And you can find all of those links on our webpage at www.loveouryouth.org. See you later.
Bye.